Hi guys, me here, and thank you so much for making it to part 40 in the series. We've finally made it to Zanarkand, which is super exciting. And I just said I would have a little go on the keys to kind of give us a little bit of ambience for this milestone in the game. Hope you enjoy. A little bit rusty, but there you go. The next part's going to play it way much better, but thanks.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
So there is our intro. We've come full circle.
There was more, right? I mean, like that time. Anyone?
I think
Yes?
that we should stop. Maybe. For now.
So yeah, like the whole story you've been hearing with Tidus' narration, that's all just been this campfire story. And from this point on, we will never hear Tidus monologue again. This skybox that we entered in when it was the sunset, never going to be that skybox again. So yeah, massive differences, and we're here at Zanarkand to finish Yuna's pilgrimage. And again, no blitzball in Zanarkand. This point of the game is meant to have no blitzball, but if you did backtrack all the way back to Nemean Temple, you can still play blitzball. So never fear if you want just to like get all those bits out of the way. None of the fiends in Zanarkand are unique. They all are copies of Mount Gagazets. But what is unique about this area is that there's no battle music. It just is such a lovely skybox, a lovely kind of area, and a beautiful song. It's kind of melancholic, sad, you know, coming to our journey's end, you know? We don't get them interrupted by combat, which is nice. And I think it would have been cool if, like, you know, there were different battle themes for different areas, not just for like boss fights. But what is seldom is wonderful, and this is really, really nice to be there. But yeah, I just was showing the fact that the music doesn't change in this one battle, but there's literally no point in battling. There's nothing here that can be fought that can be captured, and we're already at such a high level that I'm just going to turn on no encounters. But yeah, like again, there's just been such a like big journey, I suppose, and it really is such a milestone to kind of finally be here at Zanarkand, finishing the main, you know, chunk of the story, which was Yuna's pilgrimage. I mean, it's coming to an end. And like that, all of our characters are getting on super, super far into the sphere grid. Kimahri's just about reaching the end now of Riku's grid. But thanks to that bit of stealing in Gagazet, we have access to 2 strength plus 4 nodes beyond that level 3 lock. And like 8 strength is absolutely nothing to sniff at. Like it's an astounding amount of extra damage and DPS for Kimahri. So we're definitely going to miss out on that. But yeah, no encounters, and just enjoy the music and enjoy the vibes. I mean, it is literally such an achievement to get this far. We have a fortune sphere to use to activate luck spheres. Such a rare find and such a useful find. And what's nice as well is that later on in the ruins, you actually get a luck sphere, so you get both halves to boost a character's luck.
Looks like the far plane.
Close enough.
But yeah, progressing onward. Just gonna speed it up here a little. But yeah, there's nice chests. Just collect all the chests as you come along. Like, it's the end of the game. There's gonna be really cool stuff. The spiritual targe for Riku. Already had her equipped with it, but you know, if you weren't lucky and got a drop, it's there now. And what you might notice is that this is the Blitzball Stadium.
Of the long road,
this is where we fell in the very beginning of the game.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yuna will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now, and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes.
What I've always been curious about, and like, yeah, that guy like fades away, he was totally a ghost. But what I always find super curious is the fact that, like, if Yuna hadn't have gone to all of the churches in Yevon, would they have known? Would they have turned her away?
Might benefit the future of Spira. I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spira of sin. What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic sphere. People's thoughts remain here forever.
So yeah, we're literally in like a gigantic sphere, which makes sense. I mean, it used to be the Blitzball Stadium, so there used to be a giant sphere of water, you know? Lots of money, always nice. If we didn't have no encounters on, you can encounter Machina and zombified soldiers. You can steal from the soldiers to get yourself some holy waters, but we're not going to worry about that.
Mother, no! I don't want you to become a thing! There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you. I don't care about them! I need you, Mother! No one else! I don't have much time left.
Hey, wasn't that...
Seymour?
So literally around the time that Brosk was doing his pilgrimage, Seymour got to Zanarkand with his mother as his guardian. And all of the people here are discussing about like, oh, let me help you rid Spira of sin. I don't want you to become a faith. All this kind of stuff. So there is certainly some twists and turns in the story to be had.
Hey, Braska. You don't have to do this.
Thank you for your concern.
Fine, I said my piece.
Well, I haven't. Lord Braska, let us go back. I don't want to see you die.
You knew this was to happen, my friend.
Yes, but I cannot accept it.
Oren, I am honored that you care for me so. But I have come to kill grief itself. I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering Spira. Please understand, Oren.
So, what some of you might be wondering is, okay, Oren didn't even want Braska to complete his pilgrimage. Why is he now choosing to like drag Yuna all the way along on her pilgrimage to Zanarkand? Curiouser and curiouser. Pop open that chest for a luck sphere. If you were so inclined, we could make a luck sphere and use the fortune sphere for a character. But yeah.
Trials ahead.
Probably.
Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, parades and fireworks.
Typical
What
Jacked.
after I defeat sin?
I really do think it would be super cool if like there was like a Final Fantasy game that like explored Oren, Braska, and Jack's pilgrimage. Because I do think there would be like so much to explore and like discuss with just, two dads just wanting to make the world a better place. Now, with this Cloister of Trials, it is Match Tetris, the annoying game. So there are tiles that have little glowing orbs in them. When you step on them, they'll create a certain color and shape. You can kind of make out how the shapes would more than likely look. And the job is to hit all of them that are on the screen in front of you and not anything that isn't on the screen. Like that, I hit 2 of the yellow ones, so they power off. So there are multiple of the same shape, you just have to get the exact shape, the direction, and the number of shapes right, and you can move on. But I want to kind of take this time to kind of discuss through a little thing that I had just, on going back to this part of the story. So Seymour did his whole pilgrimage, got all the summons, got to Zanarkand with his mother. And the whole situation then is that Anima, Seymour's unique Aeon, is a faith that is his mother. But that makes Anima a final Aeon. The Aeon capable of defeating sin. This whole thing that we've been dreading Yuna getting, because, if she uses the final Aeon, it will kill Yuna. But Seymour has summoned Anima multiple times. And it wasn't as if he was an unsent before. So the final summoning doesn't kill the summoner. Revelation 1, question 1. If Yuna simply gained Anima somehow, does she then technically control a final Aeon that is strong enough to defeat sin? Yeah, so just all of those questions kind of whirling around in my head. Just curious as to the logistics of that. But yeah, when you think about it, Seymour has had a final Aeon and just chose not to fight sin in all the time that he's been durdling around as a maester. He's finished his pilgrimage. He could have gone and fought sin straight away as soon as it was back. Just decided not to. But just interesting questions. Now, 2 of those have sphere recesses, so you kind of have to leave them to last. But it's really repetitive and boring. The Cloister of Trials is boring. It's more interesting that just put spheres in particular places. But I got this wrong. Too long. I've been editing a video that is nearly an hour long, and I've trimmed it down to this length of 20 minutes. There was a lot of times where I was running in circles, pressing the wrong ones, standing on the wrong ones, not getting anywhere, or getting just one, on my last one that I have to activate, and then misstepping and stepping on something else, and then turning all of them off again. So it was very, very frustrating, but I tried to streamline it down to just the successful attempts. Because, oh Lord, I was in pain just rewatching it. I can't even remember what I must have been in the midst of doing the game itself. I must have been up the walls with my blood pressure. But if you also listen carefully, each of the different colours is playing a different note of the hymn of the faith, which is quite cool too. Now, what's tricky here as well is I have been harping on about these destruction spheres. I've been saying don't miss them, you need to get all of them, blah 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 blah. There is a destruction sphere within the Zanarkand Ruins, Cloister of Trials. The issue being you can't access it your first run through the Cloister of Trials. So it is the most easily missed collectible in the game, because unless you specifically come back here, you won't know there's another way to do the challenge. And even when you do come back here, like, the pathway's open, like, unless you specifically think, oh, actually I'm going to try and do this other specific thing, you won't even unlock the destruction sphere, which is crazy. But it is clever how they kind of hide it. It is really, really neat. Like, the task here is that there are obviously all these different colored ones, and that in particular there's one white one, and the board never asks you to find white ones in any of these puzzles. So the white ones are like, oh my god, death sentence. They will just always make you lose the game. And basically the destruction sphere, when you come back the second time, is to find all 5 or 6. I can't remember the number exactly, but you have to find all of those white light squares between the first room and the second room. So yeah, we don't go near the spheres at the moment. You need to make sure you get the other 4 done. And like, this one's super nice and easy. Like, admittedly, probably all of them are easy if you just know where the like lights are and how they work. But yeah, I mean, we're about to come face to face with Yuna and get the final Aeon. But as you've kind of seen foreshadowed from these like memories, it seems that the guardians of the summoner are looking to serve as a vessel to defeat Sin. I mean, Seymour's mother said that she has to become a faith for Seymour to defeat Sin, and Anima is a completely unique Aeon that we have not seen in any of the other temples. So again, from even a very, very early stage, it's been foreshadowing the fact that, like, 1, Seymour's very powerful, but 2, that, like, you know, Anima isn't a typical Aeon, and so it seems that the final summoning is basically the creation of a unique faith. So there's a brand new faith that then goes and fights Sin. And obviously the summoner is gaining this Aeon after like a lot of trials and battles, and so they're quite strong, which means the final Aeon is like the strongest Aeon going. It was gained when the summoner was in the height of his or her power. But why are they dying? Seymour used the summon and didn't die. Can Yuna do the same? What is the deeper conspiracy or mystery behind all of this? And with that one pulled, you just go back, take the other one that lights up the screen. And with that being the last one, you pop that in the little recess, and the way to the Chamber of the Faith has opened. But it's not going to be that easy. We're going to have to do a boss fight. And that's where we'll pick up next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little intro of my mediocre piano skills. Talk to you next time, guys. Thank you.